Let me continue. God is going to, I just said, raise up a king. He's already raised him up. He raised him up from the dead. This king. Yeah. Don't make him king. You don't have to make him king. Let God make him king, okay? Don't let the devil confuse you. Don't let the devil do something that, he shouldn't be doing. That's what the devil always does, what he shouldn't be doing. God has raised up a prophet amongst the people, just exactly like Moses said. He raised him up. And that prophet preached to the multitudes, to the ones that God raised him up to preach to. He was not sent to preach to Egyptians. Just like Moses. Moses did not come to deliver Egyptians. When God sent Moses, it was not to deliver Egyptians. No. God said to Moses, go to Pharaoh and tell him this. Do you know what he told him? I know what he told him. Moses, you go to Pharaoh and you tell him, I said, let my people go. And he also told Moses, there's a few things that it's going to happen before he lets them go. Because I'm going to see to it. Who's going to see to this? Can you please tell me who's seeing to this? God is seeing to it. God, creator, life giver, life taker. You call him whatever you want. I call him Father. Yep. Father. I don't need to call him anything else. Father. Some people have not that ability. They don't have that ability. I know they don't. I know they don't, but I do. I've got that ability. I can call God my Father. And I do. And I am not ashamed any more than Jesus was ashamed when he spoke to people and told them about his Father in heaven. Oh, but I don't know. That's what Pharaoh said to Moses. I don't know your God. Just like the people I run into all the time. They don't know my Father. They don't know my Father. They don't. And they show it. If you knew my Father, you would know. You would. You wouldn't be fumbling around in your pockets. Not if you knew my Father. Daniel was young. He wasn't old, but he was defect free. That means he was okay. And so were the other four that were picked up by the one that Nebuchadnezzar sent. I guarantee you, he got them. He did. They were young. It says they're about 3 years away from being put into service. That just sent chills all over me. Put into service. Oh, but God is fixing to. He just hasn't yet. Oh, but he's going to. Yes, he is. It says God granted Daniel favor. The favor of God is a wonderful thing to have. Why don't you read the Bible and see? Who found favor with God? Do you have a Bible? Have you ever read it? Have you ever went to a preacher that really preached? I doubt it. If you have been blessed. If you haven't been blessed. You might have thought you were, but you weren't. I'm talking about Daniel. Compassion, favor. What did Jesus grow in? Favor with God and man. Jesus grew in favor with God and man. That's what Jesus did. And some numb-brained, they're really not numb-brained. I'm going to just say unenlightened ones. There are a lot of unenlightened ones. They don't have the light of life. They don't. But God takes care of them. He does. God takes care of them. Yes, he does. And they don't have a clue, do they? The men of Nineveh and the women of Nineveh. Read about Jonah. Yeah, you can read about Jonah, but I'm reading about Daniel. Daniel and his 3 kinsmen. Yeah, these are all related. All related to who? Jacob. That's who they're related to. Jacob. Jacob's offspring. Here they are. Now guess what? They're going to have to go through some stuff. These 4 are going to have to go through some stuff. Why? They're just going to have to go through some things. Why did Jesus have to go through some things? Why did Jesus have to go to Jerusalem, ride into town, go have a meal, and then be crucified? Can you answer the question? Why did he have to suffer? Why does Daniel and these others have to suffer? And don't tell me they didn't suffer. Oh no. They came through all right. But when the time came for Daniel to be put in with the lions, he doesn't know whether God's going to save him or not. But it doesn't make him any difference. He's not going to do what? He's not going to turn away from God. He won't do it. And Daniel, the Chaldeans figured out a way to get something done. Kind of upset the king after he figured out what had happened to him. But that's what happened. The king had a night. There was no party that night because he knew Daniel. The king knew Daniel. Nebuchadnezzar knew Daniel. He got to know him when he was young. He did. The other the other 3, you know what happened to them? Why don't you read and find out what happened to those that went to put them in where they had to go? It's what you need to find out. What happened to them? The fire was hot. It was hot. They were consumed. Fire got them. But all God had to do for these Hebrews, one angel. One angel. Jesus had told them one time when he was talking, I could ask my Father for legions and he would send them. And you people don't know about the king that's coming and his kingdom will come to an end, but it won't be quick.